He thinks it is over, but I did not heal him to save him. I healed him so I could break him again. Before he can even catch his breath, I drive my sword straight through his hand and pin him to the forest floor. His scream rips through the trees, blood splashes across the ground, and the system triggers bleed again. He thought that was the final clash, but this is only the beginning of his despair. I stand over his shattered body with my aura blazing and calmly pass judgment, telling him I want him to taste endless pain, and when I am done I will throw him into the belly of a titan python and let it enjoy the meal. Poetic justice at its finest. He once fed me to a snake, and now he will share the same fate. Li Shuer watches in silence and finally understands how deep my cruelty runs. A faint blush crosses her face as she realizes I am not just strong but ruthless. She remembers the arena where I defeated her and turned her into my summon, and the truth settles in. I do not forget grudges, and I do not show mercy. The scene shifts to a high-rise office where a secretary rushes to the window reporting that the tech division detected a unique mana signature matching the one young Master Yuan has been tracking, and that it is coming from Chan Zixian's mission site. The man in the red suit calmly sips his tea and smirks, saying that after hiding for so long, he finally exposed himself. Back in the forest, the ground trembles violently. Trees snap apart, and a massive purple shadow rises before us as the system announces Tier 5 Abyssal Titan. A colossal serpent radiating terrifying energy towers over the battlefield. I grab Chun by the collar, lift his broken body off the ground, and force him to look at the nightmare in front of him. I ask if he recognizes it. He completely collapses, crying and begging that he does not want to be eaten by that thing. The same man who once betrayed me and laughed while leaving me to that beast is now shaking in terror before it. The irony is flawless, and his despair is exactly what he deserves. I do not even let him finish begging. One clean strike and his HP drops to 0. The system instantly rewards me with level up and 5 attribute points. I promised he would become snake food, and I keep that promise. I grab his lifeless body and throw it straight toward the Abyssal Titan. The massive Tier 5 snake catches him mid-air and swallows him whole. Its red eyes glow in the darkness. Then it simply turns around and slithers back into the shadows. Completely ignores us. I stand there crossing my arms, thinking it just came to eat and leave. Then it hits me. The snake did not attack because it does not see us as threats. The system classifies us as beasts. Monster to monster respect. Before I can relax, the system suddenly explodes with a new notification. Level 30 reached. New skill unlocked. I open the skill menu and read Soul Resonance. If a follower reaches 100% affection, their soul resonates with mine and generates exclusive equipment. My brain immediately starts calculating. I have already experienced how broken a soul resonance weapon can be. If every follower can create an overpowered exclusive weapon at max affection, then my potential is limitless. I think of Binhida at 50% affection and Li Shuer at 83%. My path to becoming the strongest in the world is not just fighting monsters, it is leveling up relationships. But before I can celebrate, the HUD turns red and alarms scream.
Danger.
Extremely high threat target approaching rapidly. Immediate evasion recommended. The system never panics unless something terrifying is coming. This is not a normal enemy. Whoever is approaching is on a completely different level. I turn around in pure panic and shout for Binhida to cancel the summon and hide now. Soaring through the night sky with massive black wings, he finally locks onto his target and crashes down with a shockwave that shakes the entire forest. The sharply dressed winged menace rises slowly as a dark red aura flares around his suit. He scans the area coldly. He sensed a faint presence a moment ago, but the blood trail stops right here. His expression darkens. Where did they go? They could not have just vanished. Suddenly a massive shadow swallows him, and a deafening roar splits the night as a colossal serpent erupts from the darkness. razor-sharp fangs bared and purple energy blasting from its jaws as the Tier 5 monster lunges to kill. He does not even flinch. He lifts effortlessly into the sky and looks down at the beast with pure disgust. A mere Tier 5 dares to challenge me. With a flick of his hand, he fires a deadly piercing beam of light straight at its head. I do not have time to play with filthy animals. But just as the attack launches, he pauses mid-air. Something is wrong. He squints through the smoke and finally notices it. A bizarre extra horn growing out of the right side of the serpent's head. His lips curl in contempt. Ugly bastard. You really thought you could show up looking like that and stand against me. Meanwhile, I get hit with my own disaster as the system flashes a massive red warning across my vision. Entering battle zone. All equipped gear will be disabled. Please select your combat weapon. In the next second, I am dragged into a swirling crimson dimension and my heart starts pounding. For the system to sound this serious, it has to be the man Li Shuer warned me about, the one who wants revenge no matter what. I look at my hands and remember I took a magic breath pill to hide my mana, but the moment this fight starts, my energy will leak out anyway. A drop of sweat slides down my face. Until I reach my peak strength, I really should stay low profile. Too bad backing down is not an option. In the blood-red void, dozens of massive weapons slam into the ground around me. Broadswords, warhammers, spears, an entire arsenal waiting to be claimed. So once you enter the arena, you cannot leave until it is over. I crack my knuckles and smirk. Even if all the broken gear Li Shuer gave me is disabled, at pure level 30 I should still be fine. I scan the floating menus and pause. Wait, these stats look even better than before. That must be my new level kicking in. Knight's Shield gives plus 100 defense and 35 vitality. Yellow Jade Gourd gives plus 30 spirit and restores 15% HP 3 times. Bronze Sword for offense, Jeweled Eagle Bow for range. The options are stacked. Then I remember the last time I was in a selection screen like this and pulled out that absurd screw-threaded yellow cucumber with the insane perk. A grin spreads across my face. There has to be something broken hiding in here again. I start digging through the glowing pile until my fingers touch a tiny leather handle. I pull it out. Bingo! The light clears and I freeze. Floating around it are tiny glowing pink hearts. It is a mini riding crop called Loving Heart Punishment Mini Whip. 0 stat bonuses. I stare at the effect and almost lose it. Hitting the target puts both user and target in an excited state, increasing each other's attack power by 1%. I blink. It buffs me and the enemy at the same time. That is the most unhinged high-risk weapon I have ever seen. I give it a test crack and start thinking. If I am confident enough to dodge every single attack he throws at me, then there is no risk, just free damage scaling. I point the ridiculous heart whip forward with a savage grin. It is decided. I am picking the mini whip. Right after locking in the ridiculous mini whip, the system throws another glowing screen in my face. Please select one of the following buffs to assist you in battle. 3 cards float in front of me and I scan them fast. Adventure mode, lose 50% of my max HP instantly but increase rewards by 20%. I almost laugh. Cutting my own life in half against some unknown monster is suicide. Hard pass. Next is Turtle Shell. Damage taken reduced by 90% but damage inflicted also reduced by 90%. So I become a walking punching bag. Absolutely useless. Then my eyes land on the third option. Good partner. Randomly summon one follower to join you in battle. Now that makes me smile. Every single one of my followers is a powerhouse. Whoever gets pulled in here, it is basically a guaranteed advantage. I lock it in immediately. I select good partner. The system cheerfully responds, selecting followers for you. And I have no idea it is about to ruin someone's day. Back in the real world, my white-haired follower is in the middle of a hot, relaxing shower, water running down her skin as she worries about me. She tells herself I am strong and will be fine, finally closing her eyes to relax. That is when a blinding white light explodes inside the shower and swallows her whole. She gasps in shock as the world disappears. Meanwhile, the arena around me fully forms and massive red letters burn across the sky. The story gets crazier next. Subscribe and turn on notifications.